Hey, what is up? I thought I would go for a walk, show you something, and so here we go. You and I are going for a Sunday summer one crazy Odyssey 2019 earthquake, volcano, hurricane, storm, Brexit. Oh look, rain all week. Though, tropical storm, whatever Barry is dropping shit tons of rain all over Louisiana, Alabama, Mississippi, I think. I don't know. Like 2 straight weeks talking about this fucking storm. So, going kind of crazy. That and being a no kids, never married, single white male. 2019 is also incredibly frustrating because God, when He created man, He put like, well, we're back. Sweet. Tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, you're only a day away. So, zippity-doo-dah, zippity-a. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine, asterisk, headed our way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-a. Oh, Mr. Bluebird on my shoulder. Yo, dude, YouTube is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you are gonna get. It is totally buyer beware, and it's free. Asterisk. So, going for a walk with intention. I'm gonna show you guys how you can make a difference. And technically, you can get your stick out of the mud that's doing fucking nothing. Oh yeah, I had Rally Cap, Asteroid Fight Club going. You get your stick out of the mud and you can improve shit. See that? Is that a heart? Is that a heart? A lot of love in this episode. It's Sunday. See those? See these flowers? Okay, because I'd like to say one thing. Of all the cities in the world, Houston, which was just named the #1 city, coolest city by Forbes, Houston has its shit together. You know, and out of all the states out there that have their shit together, Texas has its shit together. So when I present information from one of the best states, best cities in the world, it goes to the core of my logic that, like, one way to get everybody in the world, oh, we felt my first drop of rain. There you go, the bubble held until now. Oh my, I gotta run! Oh my God, I almost died on the motherfucking camera. Did you see that? I was crossing the road and the car came up and it was like zoom, and I was like, I better run! And then it happened. And I was saved. You know? What's he talking about? Oh yeah. So it's like the theory of the unit. Any 5-man unit, woman unit, like, you train them well, you can scale up their training to like 1 trillion people. And so, it's very local theory. I used to write a movie on it for like a decade or so. It's technically, it's more like, would be like a Netflix show now, about like how to create the greatest town of all time. But not from scratch. That story is about taking a town based on ritual and tradition, technically deception, and then returning it into something way better for the new age. And a certain second drop of rain. So what's it talking about? Oh yeah. So that's what I'm talking about, like on a large term scale of ideas, you create a local town that you can pretty much scale up or down that works. And so if you could create this in Mexico, in America, in a lot of the nations that are undergoing mass strife right now, then people would stay where they're at and be happy rebuilding their own new communities. And so, you know, we have a lot of extremely complicated legacy problems. Let's look to fucking Brexit right now. Shall we? Like, Brexit, they're like, everybody vote. Voting is the solution. People get votes and taxes, so here's your motherfucking vote. They're like, okay, we vote to leave. And they're like, okay, stop. We gotta think about that vote now. We gotta take almost 3 years. Here's the number. Oh my God, I don't want that. I'm running in traffic. I'm running in traffic. You're like Andy Dufresne. What's he talking about? I don't remember. Traffic fucked me up. Okay, so I was talking about one of the things you could do, because these streets all totally flooded during Harvey, as we have part 2 of Barry. Oh, I'm trying to cross that thingy. Let's go this way. Houston's a badass city. So as I've been talking about, like, you can make general improvements to your general area. Like here, 2 years ago, you had Harvey, and a lot of these streets flooded, some didn't. And then you had another weird storm a few months ago where the areas in Harvey that didn't flood, flooded. Okay? So, one of the things I was asked, well, what can you do? I said, well, you could take the dirt from here and you could just get the fuck out of here, because you're literally battling inches of, like, where there is dirt, the rain goes in. If you take out a lot of that dirt, you create open square feet that if it floods, every single inch you save along this bayou will be an improvement. And so the last 2 years, they've done that. I probably had nothing to do with it, just like the wonderful Asteroid Fight Club that was the greatest rock and roll show I've ever seen in my entire life on Thursday. Right, had nothing to do with Texas just now getting hit with 2 drops of rain. That storm is headed our way. And I'm out of shape, man. I've been laying prostrate for like 6.7 years, making videos and punching the artificial intelligence right in the nose when it was punching me in the face. So, my breathing and speaking capacity may not be at maximum awesomeness. So what I'm saying is that A, locally you can make differences. You can improve upon the old shitty ass ways that are designed to never give you a straight answer or never come up with solutions and maximize profit. So, part of that is infrastructure. In our oil century of 1900 to 2020, everything in America has been based on the car. The highways, the taxes, the oil, the car repair. And so our entire, that 100 years was based around the automobile. And now, for the first 20 years, we've been trying to base our entire global outlook on making the most fucking money possible. And we all agree that it's like 2019. Well, that shit ain't gonna work much longer. So when you have anywhere from 2 to 50 of the major corporation family states with weapons of mass destruction on every level that have each other in a standoff now, well, that's why Asteroid Fight Club was invented. But these exact moments of, like, in like a council, like the Native Americans had councils, that most of the great civilizations that stood had councils of wise men who actually looked out for the people. And so it's like now you have the people who got us as far as they did as fast. No one is demonizing the profit motive in a, like, what is it called? Shit. It's like, can't, like, no, we're not blaming anybody here. We're trying to get to a point where we will improve in the future. So you're not trying to prosecute everyone in the past. That, like, the mistakes that were made, whether it be oil companies, banking families, like all the major things that got us here, that trying to try all the quote-unquote financial crimes of the past would fucking get us nowhere. It's kind of like you can't end the Fed right now. Well, how are you going to unwind those $10 trillion worth of bonds, man? Just put $10 trillion worth of bonds in the markets, it's going to cause major waves. And so that, like, in this weird game of 1-3-3-7 level chess, it's a big, interconnected, global system of 1 billion families. We are now here, and that now that we've exhausted all other options, it's like, what are we gonna do? And you got, dude, the internet is designed to tell you mankind is shitty, mankind is stupid, mankind is bound to fail, mankind will only end in war, mankind will torture each other. Like, the internet is made to tell you that, like, I am not amazing, you are not amazing, you are just fucking dust floating in the universe, you are just a small step above an ant. And ants, I'm not trying to say that you guys aren't badass ants. Jeez Louise, talking stuff. We're now to, like, the 11th drop of rain, but it's real light. Anyway, so yeah, you see how I think the dirt used to come up to that grass. And I was like, well, one way, you know, and so in the next major flood, that will save a lot of homes, a lot of time, and reduce the urban flooding situation. And so there are many things you can do as a people, as a local, as a community to improve your flooding situation. I don't know if you guys know this, but Nero, back in the day, ran everything in Rome on water. So all the electrical power that was generated in Rome was on water. And he supposedly had, like, the coolest dining room with, like, recreation of the earth, and like, and so there, in many ways, we clearly dialed it back to where, like, okay. And so what I'm saying is, yes, July 2019, humanity is amazing, and it is human spirit that saves us every single time. And that I think we're gonna win. It's gonna be crazy. Free will is still involved. But all the shit I've been talking about for 6.7 years, and technically since the mid-90s, where I've been addressing the, what do you do at the turn of the century? And so we've exhausted all of our options. Now it's time to do what's best for everybody, you know? Let evolution, technology for the public, and building badass new cities, and coming up with non-20th century vehicles. Cool shirt, man. Letting people reconnect with Mother Nature, saving the animals. There's a thing called the CCC, that up until World War II, any American who joined the CCC, you got paid a stipend, you got paid money, like a job, and you took care of the lakes, the streams, the trees, the town. That was like your job. And you got paid, wasn't a ton of money, but it was definitely enough to get all the basics in life, plus 10 to 20% spend on stupid shit if you want to. And so, mysteriously enough, they did away with the CCC in like 1942, and the crazy thing about the CCC is that every American owned all the resources of the planet. Do you know who owned all the petroleum then? You, your family. Do you know who owned all the diamonds then? You, your family, on a major scale. And so they did away with the CCC because they had to go fight Hitler. And so they had to sell all of America's resources to fight Antichrist number 2. You know, if you get into the Nostradamus shit. Numbers can be silly. And so those people, like, they've had control of those resources, but now, for me being Thor, guy's gone around for 20, 30 years talking to everybody about all this shit. Screenwriter, writer. You got a lot of resources coming in from outer space. Whatever the fuck is above us in the firmament, it's giving us a whole lot of resources, and the inside core of our planet is giving us a whole lot of resources. And so, oh, I missed my dirt exit. You know what's been cool though? Is for the last, I don't know, since Comet Ison, I've gotten death threats. It's not 2019, I'm still alive. So thank y'all. For all my sky angels, for God, Jesus Christ, all my friends, everybody badass out there. I'm still alive, that's a good sign. And I just found a stick. But my pants are falling down. Okay, so yeah, I'm down here and they moved along the bayou. He said I probably had nothing to do with it, but they did my suggestion. So now if a major flood comes, all the homes that are along the bayou have a much better fighting chance. That literally, if you have someone on the wall caring about the people, no matter how poor they are, you can improve everything in this society. Like in the mid-90s, cable TV was like $30 a month for everything. Now it's 2019. Most people get cable for 1 or 2 channels, and it's $100. My internet is fucking $70 just to have internet a month. The Moore's Law, it stops on a technological level. Well, it's like the dam is going to break at some point. And for those who think they can create a breakaway society, if you've been vampiring off the public, your family's been doing it for fucking ever, then you get rid of, like, let's say 6.99 billion people, and then you have your little Gilligan's Hideaway, no matter how badass it is, you have a shit ton of vampires who have nobody to feed on. So eventually they will feed on each other. And everyone I've talked to in an individual position of power that represents a family or a corporation, when I say, hey, who has the best drone army of all time? They all say, we do. And so, you know, a slow and profitable fall into a digital Spanish Inquisition is a bad motherfucking idea. So it looks like we got Hurricane Irma Part 2 headed towards Florida in 12 days. There's a lot of dust coming off it, but we're already on to Hurricane Asteroid. Call it whatever the fuck you want to, man. Language is local. When I say hurricane, you get the idea it's a big bad storm that can fuck a lot of shit up, right? Okay, great. I'm not angry, I'm just sexually frustrated and civilization evolution frustrated. Sky is always beautiful. Houston is always cool. Yeah, it gets hot here though. And I'm pretty proud of this. For my town, my city, my state, this is a cool move. And so in the astrology, with all the retrogrades and all the planets that are pretty much at opposition, it's a very yin and yang time. I believe they call it event horizon, where you can go one way, crossroads, blues singers would call it. And there's always the devil up to offer the greatest blues singer ever or civilization. the really shitty plan that looks good. Well, I am not aware of any plans on the planet right now that make any fucking sense. And so all I've been trying to do for 7 years, talking to the person with the least amount of funds on the planet and the person with the most amount of funds, say that we should do the best thing and represent all billion families on the planet, the animals, who technically I like a little more better than the humans. We should do the amazing thing and improve everything. And take that straight into 1,000 years of peace. And it's almost 7 years later, and my plan and opinion on this subject still seems to be the very best. So, God bless everyone. I love architecture. Man, all this shit is so cool. I want to build really fucking cool stuff. I want to build really fucking cool cities. I want to build like the coolest fucking... I don't play golf, but I've always dreamed about building the greatest golf course of all time. Like, I'm amazed that we could just stop. I mean, I get it, but it's time to move forward. Yeah, that's my opinion. It's one man telling you the best that he knows to his knowledge, as best as he can. So, God bless everyone. Yep, what is it? Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-ay. My, oh my, what a wonderful day. Plenty of sunshine coming our way. Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-ay. Mr. Bluebird's on my shoulder. And so lately, around my apartment, there's been this bluebird that is blue, purple, it's kind of metallic on black, and it's a really cool bird, and it sings and it likes to sit in the tree. I need to go to the ocean. In the other hurricane seasons, to deal with all the personal pressure, I used to have a car. I don't have that no more, so I get to drive around and let it all out. I love driving. I had a car since I was fucking 15 years old. All right. And my guitar. My guitar is still in Nashville. My amp is still in the pawn shop. So I was thinking about the best way fastest is to get an acoustic guitar. Find a couple for about 50. Man, I guess till then it'll be these crazy live videos in this spiritual warfare year 7 or 6.9. Ooh, 69. So I'm trying to do the best job I can, and that I think we're in a 2-year cycle to where whatever hurricane comes next is going to be on the path of Irma, but 210 miles shift east. So you get that curve, and then when they hit islands, it tears them up. You got a lot of dust, and I still don't know, other than the Eris alignment and the one that comes before it, which ones are the most exterior of Earth pressure affected here. So I'm good. There's a lot I don't know. There's a lot, and I will admit that every day, all day. You know what I'm saying? So definitely it's time to fucking prepare. And I'd like to have another Houston jam before this to put up a protective bubble. Last time I tried to knock it to Saturn, it didn't work. Louisiana's still getting hit down. I think it's moving north. We'll move out the east. And the next hurricane has potential to curve up the fucking coast. So we are totally on fucking high alert. And if people want to argue about whether or not it was categorized as a hurricane, non-hurricane, it's still sitting there raining like a weaker Hurricane Harvey, part 2. And I think there is a connection between the 2-year cycle, the eclipse seasons. There's another eclipse on the 16th. It's partial, it's lunar. Why are women so attractive? Okay. So, let's do what we can with the information we have. And it would be nice if everyone was cooler. You know, that never hurts. Being kinder, funnier, taking more time to think things out. And I have committed crimes and sins and passion of bad words used and misaccusations given for sure. At times. Because the energy's been fucking wild, man. You know what I like about having the white under hair here is it makes me look like my double chin is a giant deer. But I'm a turtle. It's me and my shell, and I come out to be like, hey y'all. And I get back in my shell. I'm tired of being a turtle, dude. Unless it's Teenage Ninja Turtle, but they get to fight with 3 other fucking Ninja Turtles, and then they get, what was her name? I just forgot her name. She's so hot, she's so cute, she's an original crush. April? Yeah, April. And they fought the Shredder and the Evil Mutant Corporation, Biotech, GMO, Rat. I forget his name, Shredder and somebody. Oh, that was Stick. Shit. Did they Mandela affect everything? Hey, thank you, everyone. High ground. But you got to build stuff, and you got to not, like, you literally have a bunch of groups that are like, everybody's trying to negotiate of like, what are we going to do with the future? You can't, no one man, no one little group controls this whole giant fucking planet, all the oceans, all the air. Like, it's a fucking psyop that these, like, that anyone has control. No one has control right now. You get to ride the wave, or it takes you in your old ways under. I say that as best I can. Like, the people out there have been trying to, you know, not be, and it's just like, we gotta work together. You can't. I love you guys. Okay, so this Asteroid Fight Club pep talk has been an honest, open, and I guess because I don't have a fucking car, but hurricane seasons are stressful on me, man. Do you think I ever want to give anyone bad information? No, I do not. Although I didn't get the category of the hurricane correct, but the show Thursday night was the greatest I'd ever seen, and we literally tried to put up a bubble, and I tried to punch that thing. I did it with Maria when it curved up the coast, but there are a lot of people trying it, so it's like a battle of wills. The angry versus those who want to build great shot. And yeah, you got a reason to be angry. You got a reason to be upset. We all do. The system sucks. That's all I've been saying. Like, we need a new system that works for everybody, everywhere. It's all media and social networking is going to tell you that it's humans' fault. There's nothing you can fucking do, man. Doom is here. And during all this, one of my buddies, we played football together, coolest guys I've ever met, Rod, helicopter pilot. He's also Air Force. He flies around and saves people. So knowing that Rod and his team were out there helping save people, that made me feel real good. Because they put the band back together again, and we are putting the band back together again. So God bless everyone. Stay cool. Stay cool. Owls are cool, man. Don't be scared of owls. They're wise and still. Pelicans are badass too. You know? Okay, all God's creatures are really, really, really beautiful and cool and have their own abilities. Okay, everybody, stay cool. I love you. Happy Sunday. You never know how much time you got, so do the best with it. And I've never regretted being kind and funny. Love. Okay. I definitely need to shave and do more of these get outside of the foxhole. Okay? Everybody stay cool. And yeah, definitely looks like we're gonna need another jam session in about 10 days. And I'll try and do better next time. Stay cool. But yeah, I think we're in a 2-year cycle for the hurricanes. There's no reason at this point, now that we've been hit by a giant storm in the middle of July. And here's the funny thing. If you go back and watch my hurricane record, every single year, in the middle of July, I was like, my God, y'all, the hurricanes are here. Oh, and then I'd be wrong. I'd be off by 1 month. And so that's why this year I wasn't like, hurricanes are here. And then middle of July and they're here. So I haven't been perfect. But I've definitely been trying to learn from my mistakes and get better. Okay, I love you guys. Thank you. Stay cool. And my crushes, I could definitely use a hug or at least less mind games. How does that work? don't have to give me a hug, but please stop fucking with my head during a live hurricane season. Please draw that energy from somewhere else. I love you. And I didn't want that to sound as dickheady as it sounded. Mercury's retrograde. My speech is all fucked up. God bless everyone. I'm gonna go home now and brush my teeth. Stay cool. But no, I think we're winning.